used to think working hard, delivering results, and updating your CV every couple of years was how women got promoted and earned more. After coaching 200 plus women into head of, director, VP, and C-suite roles, and 15 years as a number one recruiter, I've learned it's not. Here are the 7 biggest lessons I've learned along the way. Lesson number 1, you have to become the executive before you land the executive role. Most women try to fix their CV before they fix their identity. If you still feel like a senior manager, no document is going to convince anyone that you're the director. We sell ourselves from our highest level of identity. So if we're falling short of being that director that we want to become, then that means our CV, LinkedIn profile, and interviews are not likely to hit the spot, and they only work after that identity shift. Lesson number 2, a personal brand won't get you hired. Many people think build a personal brand and the jobs will come to you, but I can tell you there are people with 40,000 followers on LinkedIn who haven't been hired in 18 months because their personal brand doesn't align very specifically to the roles that they want to land. And so they're spending their days posting daily, building this brand, getting lots of followers, but it's not hitting the spot because they're not getting recognized out in the market by the hiring managers that they'd really like to get hired by. What actually works is precise premium positioning that makes the hiring managers feel certain they've found the right person. Personal brand is loud and appeals to the masses, whereas executive authority positioning makes you the unmistakable choice to the recruiters, headhunters, and hiring managers that actually matter. Lesson number 3, positioning beats effort every single time. At executive level, working harder is not the lever, positioning is. Hiring managers do not pay more for effort at that level, they pay more for the highest value, biggest impact problems that you solve. This is the most painful lesson for high achievers to hear, but the women who get this stop grinding and they're the ones who start leaping. Lesson 4, the best executive roles are never even advertised. 80% of senior roles are filled before they're even advertised. So if you're applying online only, you're fighting for 20% of the scraps. The women landing those 150k director roles, they're not applying online, they're being approached. And this is a different game entirely. And once you know the rules, you stop chasing and you start being chosen. Lesson number 5. Most women lose the offer before the interview even starts. Your CV and LinkedIn either pre-sell you or they don't. Lesson number 6, underselling in interviews kills more careers than being underqualified. Most women talk like high-level implementers. They're saying, I supported, I delivered, I implemented. Executives talk like owners. They're saying, I created the strategic vision for, I built, I shifted. Lesson number 7. The 20k to 70k pay jumps happen before the negotiation, and most women never even get there. Here's the thing, you currently have a market value, so if you're being approached about sideways jobs, okay jobs but not dream jobs, and jobs paying a little bit more than what you're being paid now, you're missing the key ingredient, which is executive authority positioning, which shifts your market value in an instant. And this is how women are able to take 20 to 70k pay jumps with ease. A great example of this is Sheena, my client. Okay, she came to me because she couldn't get interviews, she wanted the head of risk management job, and she was being paid 70k, but she knew that roles were out in that market paying 100 to 150k. Here's what happened to Sheena. So recruiters were saying to her, we don't see you as being qualified enough for these roles, and they wouldn't send her for interview. We plugged in the right level of executive authority positioning, and instantly she was able to get recruiters sending her for interviews, and she landed an offer paid 135k plus a 20% bonus as a head of risk manager, and she had even more recruiters contacting her wanting to send her for interview with that just one shift. This was a simple switch where she was getting no results to getting all of the results. And this happened in just 8 weeks because you don't need to wait. Once you plug that in, the market starts shifting around you. So those are the 7 biggest lessons I've learned from coaching over 200 plus women into head of, director, VP and C-suite roles. But knowing those lessons isn't the same as making the leap. So watch this next, where I show you how to go from where you are now into the executive role that you actually want.